I never ever want to disappoint my fans, but there's absolutely no way that I could perform cross a picket line when I know that people are out there fighting for a living wage. I'm not doing it.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
This caller is from a 267 area code. 267 area code, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Adam and Jacob is Infinite Constant from Philadelphia. Oh, you all know what I'm calling about, but
I do know what you're calling about. Tell us about it. Tell us about it. What's going on in Philly?
Okay, so we've got a massive strike. DC 33, which is the AFSCME District Council for 33, which represents all municipal workers in the city of Philadelphia, are currently on strike. That means you can't go to the library, you can't go to the pool, you can't go file your taxes, and more importantly, it's just the middle of July, there is no trash pickup. The trash workers are on, the sanitation workers are on strike.
Right.
And I went through this about 40 years ago when I was a kid. This is going to turn out bad. And some people don't understand how bad it's going to turn out because hot garbage in the streets of Philadelphia in the dog days of summer. Now, they have drop-off sites where you can take your trash, which is fine if you happen to live a couple blocks away from one. But what if you don't have a vehicle?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well,
drop-off sites 6 blocks away.
Yeah, and the union has also said that they would consider taking stuff to the drop-off sites scabbing unless it's to the drop-off site right next to the mayor's mansion. So it's just
Yeah. Well, and I had to explain to people, if you're taking your trash to the drop-off site, that's not scabbing because they aren't picking in front of the drop-off sites. They're picking downtown at libraries and other places where you will get services from the city. Why would you pick in front of the trash dump? That is not scabbing. That's making sure that your city doesn't have a public health crisis arise. Secondly, the teachers union has authorized to strike at the end of August if no contract is guaranteed.
oh wow.
So there's so you have the potential of having not only the municipal employees, but also the teachers also being on strike. I mean, the city's already in a bad state now. It will be absolutely shut down if the school district doesn't open after Labor Day. And on top of that, SEPTA, which is the regional transit agency, had just proposed a budget for massive service cuts and increase in fare. And they're talking about trying to cut service off at 9 p.m. for a lot of routes, which I'm like, how does that help people work second shifts and overnight shifts, like work at hospitals and health centers and all other types of agencies? What were they going to do? Just have to leave out their house at 6 p.m. so they can be at work at 11 p.m.? That's not going to work. And then what happens when you get up at 11 p.m.? We're supposed to just stay overnighted at the job or pay an exorbitant amount for a cab or Uber or Lyft to get yourself home? Like I said, all these things are dovetailing at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, absolutely. And it is worth noting and shouting out LL Cool J and Jasmine Sullivan. They dropped out of a concert that they were going to do. What?
Oh yeah, nobody. Remember, LL Cool J is part of the Screen Actors Guild.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
People did that. He's an actor, so he's not going to cross the picket line.
Yo, so I understand there's a lot going on in Philadelphia right now, and I never ever want to disappoint my fans, and especially in Philadelphia, y'all mean too much to me. But there's absolutely no way that I could perform, cross a picket line, and pick up money when I know that people are out there fighting for a living wage. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? I've been coming to Philly my whole life. I have respect for the city, you know what I'm saying, of course. And I hope that, the mayor and the city can make a deal. I hope it works out. I'm still gonna come to Philly in case it works out. I'm gonna be in town, y'all. But I'm just letting you know, I'm not gonna cross a picket line and perform for money when people are hurting. That's it. So I love y'all. I'm on my way to Philly, and peace and love.
Hey, 5 seconds, just wanted to say that this is only possible because of our donors. If you want to see more of this, then consider donating yourself at tvlr.fm/donate.
And him reforming would be considered crossing the picket line. I respect that. And it hit me yesterday afternoon. I was like, why is LL Cool J did? I'm like, oh, he is an actor. So that makes sense. Now, I did want to just touch real brief on the big budget bill. And you know what happens when you cut Medicaid and SNAP? That's going to affect revenue for all the businesses that accept SNAP benefits, because they count that as revenue and money going into their pocket.
Right.
So
grocery stores and the hospitals and on and on.
Yeah, like I said, the domino effect to this is going to be beyond horrific, and it's going to, like I said, it only takes a minute for a house to collapse. It takes years to build it back up, and it's going to take at least 3 to 4 congressional cycles at least to get this back to halfway near zero. Because this is the disaster that's coming from this. People aren't going to understand it until it maturely affects them. Like when you start having hospitals closed, regional health centers closed, and like people were starving, and we don't even want to talk about the other reason why people might be starving, because there's still people picking crops or what have you. But like I said, I'm trying to fit a lot in. I know you got somebody got an interview, so I'll give you a call next week and keep you all abreast throughout the week with text and what have you. Okay?
Yeah, man. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
All right, y'all. All there.
Yep. Reading this from NBC 10 Philadelphia. In Philadelphia, sanitation workers make $39,000 to $42,000 a year, which comes out to about $18 to $20 an hour. According to research out of MIT, the living wage for a Philadelphia family with one child is approximately double that amount. They need to make nearly $39 an hour to maintain a normal standard of living, according to the city. That really is, when I saw that, a lot of them only made $19 an hour. I was shocked. Because how do you get away with, in Philadelphia, as high as the cost of living is there, only paying your garbage men? I mean, like, garbage men in Huntsville, Alabama, make more than that. That's crazy. How do you get away with paying people so little money? And so, that's how much that they ask. And the union is not even asking to double the rate of pay, which would probably, frankly, be justified. I would be interested in knowing, what does the average cop in Philadelphia make, for instance. But DC 33 has asked for an annual pay increase of 5%. The city is offering the union a 2.75% increase this year and 3% increases over the next 2 years. Prices in Philadelphia's metro area are up 2.9% over the last year, according to the Consumer Price Index. So 2.75% increase, less than inflation. The city of Philadelphia is offering these folks a pay cut of 0.25%, even as they already only make $40,000 a year. Just pathetic. Absolutely pathetic to see this kind of stuff from the city of Philadelphia. And all solidarity with the workers, obviously, and they deserve everything that they're asking for, and then more, and then a little bit more than that, and then some more than that.
You just saw a clip from the Valley Labor Report. We are live every Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. And we pride ourselves on keeping all of our content free to everybody so that we can talk to as many working folks as possible. If you support the work that we're doing, you think that it's important, you think that it's good, then consider making a monthly contribution to the project, and you can do that on our website, tvlr.fm.